You said the 6 minutes.
Yep. I'm not liking this bench. Not one bit.
Well, I mean, they got a lot of people.
They got Matherin, Obi Toppin, and TJ McConnell. I ain't even
Well,
gonna
in real
talk
life,
about the
everybody
rest of
plays
them.
really good. And OKC got home court advantage, but we figured
We'll
it'd be a
see
little
the
more fair in
Oklahoma City
Indiana.
Thunder facing the Indiana Pacers. Glad to have you with us for more NBA
So are
action.
we doing a 7-game
With
series?
Trent
Oh
Barry and
fuck
Greg
no, dude.
Anthony,
One and
this
done. Hell no, because if that's the case, I need home court advantage. But don't worry about it. I wonder what you do when you pause the game and you tweak the settings too.
Hmm?
I said I wonder what you do with the settings.
I did the camera and I did the timeout, player minutes, and substitution. I'm looking at the substitution method. I'm thinking rotation, no fatigue.
Oh, I would have
Um,
just. I mean, keep the same camera angle for every game.
I can only play on a certain camera
is
angle.
Kevin Harlan
Oh,
and David Aldridge.
all right, time for me to tweak.
What do you mean? What do you think I'm doing?
You know, I just always wonder what you were doing.
What, you think I'm turning on sliders? You can't even do that.
No. All right.
Will be joining us on the sideline as well.
Here we go.
And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Nemhard.
You know what that is?
Here's Neesmith.
I do not.
Damn.
6
This
on the
camera
shot clock.
angle is just funky.
Back to Nemhard. Over Williams. Williams with the block. The shot by Turner, no good.
I'm about to be like, hey, no
Changes
way.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked
That's
good
fine.
from here.
What do you want? 2K or what do you want?
I was on
Good work
2K.
there
I
as it
need
goes.
2K low.
There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first.
Ain't no
Shots
way
good
he's
by
winning that
Turner.
over you.
A jumper like that from Turner, who is 6'11", beating good D. Man, these taller dudes are so skilled these days.
Screen by Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
There are only two players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Halliburton.
What the hell?
Count that one.
Halliburton using his length and getting in the lane.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents.
Pascal was there.
He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
God damn, this shit's so
The
quick.
defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades. Steady from behind the three-point line. Halliburton is someone you rely on to knock down a few threes.
Shots good by Williams.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Siakam with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Neesmith. And again, it's the Pacers from deep. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Oh my God, it's lagging.
Now Dort. Pass to Williams. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Halliburton in the corner. Outside Turner.
Oh my God, the lag.
Back to Halliburton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Dort wide open. Bounces high off the rim.
That is so
and
dumb.
drops.
Dort not lacking confidence with that kind of look.
Here's Siakam. And the rejection
It's the
by
sheet.
Holmgren.
Okay.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Pacers with the rebound. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Indiana moving it around. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
That should have been in.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Neesmith. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. It's stolen by Dort. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Second chance shot. And Holmgren lays it in. Holmgren's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Oh, lag.
Here's Neesmith. Here's Nembhard.
Should have checked my
It's
shit
Chet
before I played
Holmgren with
this.
the rebound. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. Back to Wiggins. From deep. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
And that one's good. Caruso.
The assist.
Pacers trailed by 5. Here's Halliburton. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Defense doing their best to put Halliburton off balance, but he stays flexible, kind of warps around the defense and adjusts to the contact.
It's good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Siakam.
Are
The
you
Thunder
fucking
pull it
kidding
in.
me, Siakam?
2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if
What
they
are you
use
gonna
the
trade him in a
clock
minute?
to their advantage.
Yeah.
In the corner, Wallace with it. Drains it from beyond the arc.
I don't see how he
And
missed
he
the
likes
shot
to
that
get in a
fucking
rhythm
close.
early. Nice triple.
Here's Halliburton. Tried
What
to
was
bank it
that?
in, but he misses. The Thunder leading
That
by
was a
8.
contested layup.
Knocks it loose. 5-second
damn.
differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Caruso. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Get the ball. Stop
Displaying
Stop
intensity
celebrating.
right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you
Wow.
walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play,
I should-
one team played harder. You know who that was. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. It's the Thunder ending the first
You literally
with a
mauled him,
tremendous
and he still bringed it.
17-7 run.
Yeah, I did.
And
He's
we'll
not
get the
that
second
good of a
quarter
fucking shooter.
underway on the other side. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here
Damn, I broke you.
early on.
Pass to Wiggins. Williams with the ball. Wallace outside.
I'm like,
Now Caruso. Shot clock at 5. Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
hey, no
It seems like
way.
we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense,
Oh my God.
he's one of the best.
Fuck?
Yeah, his two-way ability is
That was not
sometimes
early.
overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with
This shit
David
needs to
Aldridge.
be fucking terrible at free
Thank you,
throws.
Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his
Stop
versatility at
fouling.
both ends
Oh, he
of
went
the
out of
floor
bounds.
allows him to play a number
No, the
of
fuck
roles.
I didn't.
Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positional
Refs, you're supposed to be
basketball.
on my
I
side.
feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam.
Why you have to get on this left side where the ball is
My
to
goodness,
try to
David,
steal it?
He is something else. Thank you very much. And he drops in the
Oh,
layup off the
damn.
glass.
Why am I lagging like that?
Neesmith has got 5 points so far. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
And it's blocked by
Oh, that's bullshit.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
He can block me, but I can't block him.
Wallace with the ball. Now guarded by Siakam. Here's Wiggins. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3
I like
from
how
the field.
contesting does nothing.
Big miscommunication.
That was kind of
on
a wide open
defense.
layup.
He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know
was
they
as
don't have
contested
mobile
as I can
devices out there for
contest.
texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Drops in the tray.
Keep the bench shake.
He's got 11.
I need to
And
bench
it's
Jay.
SGA showing he can play
Yeah.
without the ball.
Fake an injury or something.
Outside for Halliburton.
You need to bench Hallie
And
then.
they come right back with their own
No, because Hallie's
3-pointer.
not even doing anything. He's only got 10
He's going to
points.
punish you if you
Shea
leave
only got
him
11,
open. He's more
I
than
think.
willing to take the open
He's
three
got
when
more
he's
than
got it.
11.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah,
This is
now
what
he has 13.
Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
Dude, I'm lagging, so
In
I'm
recent
literally
years,
going
Brett,
across the
we've
court in
seen
the stream.
Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young
I don't know why I
talent.
didn't check the shit before I
blocks
played
on
this.
sticks, on bricks, on blocks,
What do you mean?
and that's what
The
they've
internet?
done. They have not signed
No,
a free agent, big name guy.
okay,
They
I'm not
built
gonna
from
take that.
within.
Kinda cheating.
They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these
You know, in
young
the
players,
pregame, you can
along with
see
the
if, like,
coach
if there's a little
who has
lag.
given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Here's Siakam. It's good. Siakam's got 4 this quarter.
Even though he cheats me with Derrick
And
Rose back then.
always nice to have an inside.
So I should not really take it live,
Siakam.
should I?
He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Yeah, if you're that confident,
Gives
we
the
can
team
play.
such a
I can
great
play as the
element
Bulls
having
after
a
this.
one guard who can
I already
get to the
beat you in that
Certainly
game.
something
Thunder and
every
Bulls.
team wants to have.
I don't
Like
care.
to see
You're
that
still going to get
assertiveness,
agitated
especially
about
from the
Derrick
guy
Rose.
who's
That's
going
the
to
point.
orchestrate your offense.
Nah.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
The floor for the Thunder.
Well, if I'm lagging, that's a no-go.
Kendrick Williams.
Pulls it
God
from
damn,
20.
why'd you step in, Caruso?
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And he lays it straight in.
Assist
And the
goes
Thunder
to
lead by 19.
Kendrick Williams.
And how about the athleticism of Dort? You see the width he has, but man, he can outwork you defensively.
And here is Neesmith.
5
5 points in the game.
First half.
Halliburton for 3. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, I had no trust
Here's
in that dude.
Nembhard. Uses both ends to slam it down.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Williams, that's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away. All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Driving inside.
What the fuck was Thomas doing?
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Pass to Joe. Now, here's Holmgren. 7 points in the game.
Dude, I don't care how fucking small you are. Get in the fucking paint.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
The shot by Bryant, no good.
Is any end of getting swept?
The Thunder leading by 18.
Yeah, if they got Thomas Bryant on their
Outside
team,
Williams.
yes.
I couldn't even shoot that rhythm. I'm over fucking up the play
24
because
seconds
I'm
left
past
in
the
the
ball too
second
soon.
quarter. Puts up a 3. Toppin pulls it in. And so here is Indiana to the right side. For 3. And McConnell gets it to go. 9 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
McConnell. And so it's Oklahoma City out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, quite
we'll
literally.
be right back.
Damn, Tyrese doing more than SGA.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Outside, Dort. Three-pointer. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
Pass to McConnell. Mathurin with the ball. Off target from outside.
I know for
you
a
could see
fact
he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team
I didn't really want to do that.
To play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against.
Yeah, you better turn your
got to be ready
off,
to
dude.
play us.
That's
Kevin,
ridiculous.
the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go.
I'm acting.
The Thunder leading by 22.
Yeah,
Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I think Indiana might be doomed.
Oh, the long strides of Holmgren on display.
Oh, man.
This is why you can't give him the
Well, you don't even have your starters in.
Here's
What are you
McConnell.
No,
thinking?
because they're fucking tired.
And
They
once
played
again,
the
off the
fucking
mark by
first two
Indiana.
quarters.
That's
Oh, and they
just
still
enough
couldn't keep up with
defensive
this
pressure on him
team?
to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's
And nobody wants to
Gilgeous-Alexander.
defend the paint.
Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only
Yeah, these
missed 2
guys are
shots from the
fucking
floor
chalked.
all night.
There's nothing they can do.
Gilgeous-Alexander comes at you in a lot of
God
ways.
damn, how was he hitting that?
Floaters and pull-ups and drives. Pretty gifted offensive player. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah,
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Buries the long-range jumper. 19 points for Williams.
And this is how you want to come out of the
He said the
half.
starters are tired.
Prolific,
Golly.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Took him no time at all on that one. Williams has got 11 in the second half.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick.
He got a
in
quick-ass
confidence.
jump shot. I don't even know how you
Everything
made
he moves up
that.
from long range seems to be going.
I think I
That's a
played with
shot
him
he's
before.
going to bury, especially when left open.
Outside, Dort. And the Thunder, another three.
3 points.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He can be really effective at any position on the floor.
Lets the three fly. The shot by McConnell, no good.
And that was almost
I
a
lagged
block.
into that
Still
shit.
did enough
That is some
to
fucking
alter the
bullshit,
shot.
dude.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
That's what I've been
Got
saying
that
this whole
one
fucking
up
game.
quick.
And that's bullshit.
Matherin's got his first three.
Yeah,
points.
but I
that shot,
lagged
that's
into that.
bullshit.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Matherin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams
He
seems
should have missed
so
that.
much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the
Yeah, but
floor
2K
than the
has a hard-on
measurements you
for
look at
defenders,
on
so-
paper. This guy plays bigger.
They're not
He's got a
gonna let
great
him miss
frame.
two
He's got
free
great
throws.
strength. He's got great poise. And
I need a timeout, because I already hit his shot now.
Well, the defense doesn't want to let
I'm just
Obi
greening,
Toppin
though.
find some comfortability from that range.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He
What,
wants
is
to
he
make
not
some
a three-point
adjustments to
shooter?
the game plan, clearly.
Who'd you shoot with Toppin?
Yeah.
He's over the green. I mean, he's not even really that. Dude, he's not even a sharpshooter. He made a big three at the end of game, what, 4? And that was cool and all, but like, he's not a sharpshooter.
Well, I'm greening them, so I don't know what to tell you.
For this, fans.
You just know his
Maybe
jump
I'm
shot.
just decent with his jump shot.
1:44
Not
left
Caruso.
in the third. Here's Williams, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
Assisted.
You getting him out the game?
Excellent
Yeah, I
performance
am.
overall from the field.
So timeout called
Because
here,
he's
the
costing
first
me in the
for
fucking paint.
Indiana.
That's why the score is what it is.
Attention fans. Now substitution on the court.
I mean, it's a good
For
game if
three,
you think about it.
Siakam. That
Because
ball's nice
I got
to the
85
entire
points
over.
in the third quarter.
Siakam's got 9.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam
hit
demonstrating
that.
that ability to
Come
hurt
on.
you from beyond.
On offense, here are the Pacers.
Like,
Pass to Neesmith. The tray. And Indiana, another three.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's
All that
attitude
just
off
to
the
make it
catch.
only a
And
20-point
with these
game.
results, you understand why. Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
yeah, he probably
Not
outscored
always
him in
the
this
best
quarter.
scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Pass to Williams. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's
That
a
lane
clean
should
block,
win
but
it.
looks like it was on the way down.
Siakam outside.
That was
It's
way too
rebounded
far.
by
That was
Oklahoma
farther than I
City.
thought it was.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Joe. A
I
three-pointer.
go all the way out there.
Wiggins. And the Thunder, another three.
It doesn't matter because the 2K is going to make the Thunder make it in.
29 seconds left to play in the third.
You know what shit you're making right now?
Siakam. That's the
Because I'm
sixth
greening.
make
I'm
from the
actually
field. He's
greening.
taken
You're
9
not.
shots and missed but 3.
They're just going in.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
No,
Well,
you're not supposed to
both
be
of them
doing
looking
that.
towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
How the fuck are you that tall and you can't make a fucking floater?
Caruso with the ball. Here's the 3. And so
that's
it's
bullshit.
Jalen Williams making things happen for the
96
Oklahoma
points
City
at the,
Thunder.
in 3
We
quarters.
witnessed him delivering a series of
Foul for work?
three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the
No,
quarter.
it's the fucking
Back to the
Thunder's
action in
over
just a
fucking
minute.
rated.
Okay, will this Thunder team beat my Cavs team that I'm playing with right now?
Yes.
And
No,
1
they
quarter
would
to go in a
not.
game that
Yes,
to this
absolutely
point
fucking
has
losing.
not
No,
been
my
an
team
evenly
has
fought
way better
contest.
defense, dude.
It doesn't matter. They're not going to stop Shea.
Here's Siakam.
They ain't got to stop
Sorry,
him.
but 2K has made that impossible.
Pass to Neesmith. Hands it from downtown. Neesmith has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Indiana. Here's Wallace.
Cali has no
And the
defense.
slam dunk by Wallace.
That's why you don't guard the
And
best player on the
that's
opposite
what he
team.
does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be the
And
best.
so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Indiana. It's Nemhard on the wing. Rebound by Williams.
Oh, yeah, now I'm just going to start missing everything.
And
Great.
so here is Oklahoma City. Here's Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Assist goes to
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising
Ball.
up off the
Fucking
ground.
foul.
And there
Foul
is
that
a whistle.
motherfucker.
That goes on Andrew Nemhard.
second personal.
That'll be his second
Dude
foul
fucking
of the
hit my
game.
leg.
Fouling
And they're not
like
gonna
that
call a
isn't
foul?
how you get back in the game.
Pass to Caruso. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Defensively, you can't afford
Almost back
to
up
give
to
him
30,
that
just
kind
got
of
it to
look,
20.
especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
I'm sorry, it's 2K having a fucking hard on.
Wallace outside. To the left wing. Here's Caruso.
For the
That was late.
His 3-pointers off the mark. Out to the right wing.
Man, wait, he's still there.
A nice shot by Neesmith.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Time called here. The Thunder
I'm
decide
saying
to
it.
talk it over.
This
Thunder
team,
and 4.
off of a 2K game,
Yeah, Thunder and 4.
this team is not beating my team. I'm
Here's
sorry. I got
Caruso.
an unstoppable force at the center position.
And he dunks it
Oh,
down.
apparently Hartenstein can stop that
So
motherfucker.
fast. I mean, it's like trying to
Nah,
stop
I'm gonna
the
bully
train
him.
when he's coming in for the slam.
Here's Siakam. It's
What the
rebounded by
fuck was
Oklahoma
that?
City. Now Joe.
You gotta
Caruso.
clean that, Caruso.
And he gets it to go from the
He's
corner.
not a shooter.
Isaiah Joe.
Caruso's
Well, that's
got
what he's on the
7 now
Thunder to
in
be, a
this quarter.
3-and-D player.
And finished off by Halliburton.
Well, this is why so many people are high on Halliburton.
You guys started, and I got my
Sensational
bench in.
scorer who can dominate
I like
the
how
game
2K
at
always
times.
does that. Oh, lagging.
Wiggins
Don't
outside.
even worry about it.
Back to Wallace. There's the 3. A shot, no good. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Halliburton for 3.
Wow.
It's good from long range. Halliburton's got 23 points.
You know, Halliburton processes so
What the
many
fuck is
things
you
out
fouling
there.
for, you
He stays
stupid
one
motherfucker?
step ahead of the rest.
Third personal foul.
To bring the bench in,
Now into the lineup for the Thunder. Number 3.
Wallace attacking. And it's Wallace slamming
They're
it
not
down.
even that tired, so
Making the most of the screen.
all their
That's
stamina is
how
still
it's done.
above
And it's in
85.
the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
I was gonna say, if you fucking foul, dude.
And here is Wallace.
I can't do
Pass to
anything with this
Williams.
group. I
Turner
did not
with
mean
the
to pass
steal.
it to him.
Nemhard with it. Jones covering.
What the
And
fuck?
out of bounds as the Thunder.
He didn't even
gain
go for the
possession.
catch.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced
Hey,
player
he
in
let
the
that
pro
thing sail
game
over his head.
shouldn't be making
Yeah,
that
he did. I
mess.
didn't even oop that motherfucker.
So it's the Thunder now. Wallace with the ball.
Defense.
Here's Joe. Sinks the three-pointer.
Y'all need to stop
Joe's got
cheering.
his
This
first
squad
bucket
is
of the
not
game.
winning
He's on
a
the
single
board for
game.
3.
That's the kind of D that you're
Oh,
not
damn.
going to find success with.
All right, so this is going to reset my shit because I'm lagging.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every
I should have
time
just
down,
dunked it, bro.
the
Stop being
resulting
extra.
possession ends up at the three-point line in a fairly efficient
I knew he
attempt
was
at
going to
that.
foul right there, too.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this
What
game.
the fuck was that?
He's
That
such
fucking
an
free throw.
enthusiastic player, and
That's how he
that
shoots.
positive attitude really infects his entire team.
I should have missed both of those.
Halliburton, a guy you just continue to see grow game by game. An
Why, I didn't look
exceptional
normal?
talent and a great mind.
No, they were both early.
From deep, Williams. It's rebounded by Neesmith. On offense, here are the Pacers. They're on a 13.
I'm not going to lie. If this Jalen Williams wasn't on the Thunder, he'd be out the league. Because what can he do?
Drains the quick shot.
Who?
The center right here,
Halliburton's got
number
30
6.
points. The
Jalen
Thunder
Williams?
lead by
Yeah.
20.
He's a rim protector.
Williams,
Hardly.
that's good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Halliburton is double. Here's Nemhard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
About time you're not making no threes.
Well,
Shit.
guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration.
Doesn't matter if I'm
you
making
will.
them or
You
not.
can safely say mission accomplished now for Oklahoma City.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of
Dang.
that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Over to the left wing. Here's Siakam. Solid as a
The
rock
most
from
greens
20
I've
feet
had in
away.
a game.
And the work ethic of Siakam, he's always making the effort
I didn't know
to
he was
find looks
left-handed.
out there.
Beyond the arc. That shot off.
Yeah, the fact that you had to start us and add the bench in the whole fourth quarter says a
Joe
lot
with
about the
it.
Pacers, dude.
Pass to Caruso.
Yeah, it does. They're not winning a single game.
Oh, my God.
And he
That
gets the
shouldn't have went
bucket.
in. That was contested
They
by two
came in
people.
determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an
patted that
opposing
down.
team's arena and you can play with this type of composure,
I'm fucking lagging.
boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Lag switch.
Lets it go with a three.
Yeah, you are.
Joe.
No,
good.
I'm not. I got to reset my shit.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on
That
this
was a
one.
foul.
A very,
I don't know why
very
2K's not calling
decisive
that.
win for the club tonight.
Look me
Nice
twice.
answer
I didn't get a
back
call
there.
for it.
Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Yeah, this team is
Just
doomed.
a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially.
Ah, damn. You had 30 with Halliburton. I had 30 with Jalen Williams, dude. I don't even remember that. All right, well, I'm going to reset my shit.